Hi there, folks, and welcome to Tri-State from the Stretch. I'm your host, Andy Burdick, joined as always by Jason Ruggiero.
Good to be here.
So today we're going to be talking about Marlon Byrd because, Jason, Bird is the word.
Oh, so funny.
You see what I did there?
How long did it take you to come up with that one?
Well, that one, the Twitter gave me. All the people on Twitter gave me that one, so I didn't even have to think of it.
Nice.
No. But we're going to be talking about Marlon Byrd because he is a trending topic in Pittsburgh with his pending free agency. Marlon Byrd's going to be hitting the market, and Pirates fans are clamoring to bring him back to Pittsburgh. They want Marlon Byrd in a Pirates jersey next season. So we're going to talk about whether we think Marlon Byrd should be or will be in a Pirates jersey next year and the potential advantages and disadvantages of that. And if you want to look into it a little deeper and dig a little deeper on our website, our new staff writer, Chris Bradley, wrote a fantastic article on Marlon Byrd, whether he thinks he should re-sign in Pittsburgh, and a little bit of analysis that he provides as to why he feels the way that he does. So go check that out at www.tsmbaseball. So, Jason, let's kick this off with your end of the argument, Jason. What are you saying with Marlon Byrd? What do you think is going to happen with him this offseason?
I think he is going to price himself right out of what Pittsburgh should pay him to stay. I'm curious what you think would be an acceptable contract for Pittsburgh to keep him around.
Well, what I would want, and this is if I were a general manager of Pittsburgh, love Marlon Byrd, happy to have him on the roster. We gave up quite a bit to bring him in, but you do not want to hamstring yourself with a Marlon Byrd free agent type contract if he's going to get what the open market dictates. With the general going rate for free agents right now is about $5 million per win. And if you look at Marlon Byrd last season, he contributed 5 wins above replacement.
I was going to say, he made $5,000 in September.
Right. So you have to kind of look at that, and you have to kind of keep that in mind. I would be happy with a 1-year contract. If I could get Marlon Byrd on a 1-year deal for $6 million, $8 million, maybe at the most, I'd be happy with that. But I think he's going to go for way more than that.
I don't think he's going to settle for a 1-year deal.
I was going to say, I think he played his way into a 2-year deal easily.
At least. I mean, we should preface this in case people aren't aware that he's 36, right?
That is correct, yes.
So he might have played himself into more than 2 years if he wasn't 36. But at this age, 2 years, maybe he can work an option into that. I mean, there's reports that he could get up to even $12 million a year, like a 2-year, $22 million contract.
Now, as a Pirates fan, I absolutely want nothing to do with that. I don't. I think you can spend your money much more judiciously. I mean, if you look at the free agent market that's going to be hitting this offseason, there's not a lot there, but I think there is enough there that if you weren't going to spend $11 million, you could probably get equal value out of someone for much less cost. Because if it's one thing that baseball loves to do, and your savvy teams don't always do this, and I would kind of lump Pittsburgh's general manager and front office in the savvier category since Neil Huntington's taken over, but you don't pay for past performance. And if you're going to pay Marlon Byrd thinking he's going to give you 5 wins or 4 wins or maybe even 3 wins above replacement, I think you're really, really stretching your expectations. You're stretching yourself thin, and you're setting your expectations too high.
Right. I mean, I don't think we expect him to get a $25 million contract, which that's paying for past performance. 5 wins, $5 million a win. That's not going to happen for 1 year. But what could happen, though, I think he's definitely set himself up for $8 or $10 million a year. And, it's like I always say, the Indians paid Casey Kotchman $3 million on the free agent market, and he was awful.
Right.
The sad reality is, and this is why teams hold on to their prospects and want to develop their prospects and even stick with prospects who turn out to just be average or replacement level players in the majors, replacement level players on the free agent market are expensive. And that's the easiest way to waste a bunch of unnecessary money to get you almost no return.
Yeah, let me tell you about Derek Bell and Matt Stairs while we're at it. So
Exactly. The problem is, Marlon Byrd, again, he's coming off a career season. And he's had some seasons, before where, and again, this is earlier in his career, but 3.2 WAR, 3.4, 2.2, 3.4, 1.9. Last year not this year. He was 4 wins with the Mets and 1 with the Pirates. Last year, he was negative 0.5. But that's the first time he's posted below 1.9 since 2006. So he's going to get paid. And my comp kind of is David DeJesus, who's put up 22.5 WAR over his career compared to Bird's 20.9. And 2 years ago, DeJesus got $10 million over 2 years with a third-year team option for $7.5 million. And that was coming off the worst year of his full season career.
Right.
Yeah. And that was 2 years ago.
And with the lack of power in baseball, someone's gonna look at his numbers last year, and I think they're gonna take a flyer on him. They're gonna pay. I don't want Pittsburgh to be that team personally. I think I would much rather go out and look at the next tier of free agents. Even if I don't even think Pittsburgh necessarily even needs to. You look at the triumvirate of players that they ran out there, and while it wasn't good, it still was good enough to help them win, 94 games and make it to the playoffs. So,
right.
I think I think Marlon Byrd, appreciate your contributions, but as a Pirates fan, I just don't want to overpay to bring you back to Pittsburgh.
Right, and I think the other thing, like you said, or alluded to, the free agents that are out there in the outfield, you've got Jacoby Ellsbury, Curtis Granderson, Carlos Beltran, and Shin-Soo Choo. I think those all rank above Marlon Byrd, but Marlon Byrd is the next guy.
Right, yeah.
So somebody else who is like, man, we need an outfield upgrade, but we can't afford Ellsbury, Granderson, Choo, and Beltran, they're going to go after Byrd, with everything they've got because they think that's the next best option.
Right. And you've got to figure, too, some of those guys aren't going to hit the market. Like, Granderson's probably going to get a qualifying offer.
Sure. But, after those guys, it drops off pretty quick.
Right. Then you're looking at the Michael Morse, the
Nelson Cruz,
Rajai Davis.
Yeah. So he's Marlon Byrd's kind of the class of that group. Right up there with probably Nelson Cruz if you trust his hamstrings.
Right.
So somebody's going to overpay, and I agree. I don't think it should be the Pirates, but maybe they could go out and take a flyer on one of these reclamation projects.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be cheaper, that's for sure.
See if it sticks. See what you get out of Corey Hart, maybe.
I would much rather not pay for past performance. There's some more alliterative talk for you. I would much rather not pay for past performance, get a lower tier player that's going to cost you less money if you feel like you need to go get a free agent at all, and then start to fill those positions internally. So that's my take on Marlon Byrd.
You can always run Jose Tabata out there.
That's right. Jose Tabata, Travis Snyder, Garrett Jones. Let's do it.
I think we're in agreement then.
All right.
Do not sign Marlon Byrd if it goes over what?
$8 million. That's where I cut it off.
And 1 year is all you want.
1 year, that's all I'm giving you, Bird.
I think he's not. I don't think he's going to sign for 1 year, so I think he's gone.
Yep, I hope so.
Oh, this is taking a turn.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up today's Tri-State from the Stretch. We appreciate you listening. Go check us out at www.tsmbaseball.com, and we look forward to talking to you soon.